What's up everybody? And yeah, that title is correct. I'm genuinely in shock, and the information has been corroborated from multiple different people. Joe Staten, original Bungie dev, most famously created the Halo 2 story, was brought on for Halo Infinite, and then 343 would wheel him out to deliver bad news. He got fired in the end of year layoffs. I really just don't know what to say. What is 343 doing over there? So to give some backstory, I first heard about this on Twitter, but I was skeptical about covering it until I actually got some confirmation, and then Late Night Halo, my last video, confirmed it. Shout out to him, by the way, I miss your videos. He said Joe Staten was a part of the firings. He was moved back to his old job at Microsoft Publishing, which he then quit and went to Amazon. I think he meant to say Netflix, not Amazon, but that really isn't the important part here. The kicker here, and it's the main reason why I'm covering this, the final sentence reads, Joe fully expected to remain at 343 and work on the next Halo game. Are you kidding me? I'm actually angry. I literally made a video just 2 days ago about Bungie devs not being respected, and this does not help 343's case. The amount of expertise, knowledge, and experience above all else that Joe brings to the team, if he was just a part of the firings because he wanted to move on and do something else, that is a completely different scenario. But if Joe fully expected to remain at 343 and work on the next game, and they actually got rid of him, that does not sit right with me at all. It really doesn't. Because 343 Industries has done that, he may very well never come back to Halo again. Ever. The man who dedicated over a decade of his life to the franchise, and I can't even believe I'm saying this. It borders on bewilderment this decision was made. Let me frame the situation for you guys. The man who created the Halo 2 campaign story, yes, him, got fired from 343 Industries. The man who arguably is responsible for the greatest Halo campaign of all time lost his job. I don't even have to say any more than that. I really don't, but I am going to, because I like to add an extra layer of things while I'm thinking about stuff. If 343 is making a remake of Halo Combat Evolved, maybe we should keep on the original Bungie developer, at least as a reference, while we recreate the games. That just seems like a logical decision to me. Wouldn't you guys agree watching this video? You remake Bungie's original games, you keep on one of the founding employees passionate about the series, and you listen to his experience and feedback. Now, very quickly, I want to notice an observation I have made about 343 Industries as a whole. And I think this is really important going forward. It seems like the teams at 343 who work are very segregated from one another. There's not much overlap. And saying that really explains things because one, you had the MCC team who did wonderful work with the modding scene over on the Master Chief Collection. You have the Forge team who are working on Halo Infinite to this day, and they're still putting out amazing updates for the game. But then you have other people making all of these terrible decisions. I could even go as far to bring up the monetization team, the team that covers all of the microtransactions. They have barely listened to any of the feedback from the community. Even if you look at the new trailer for the upcoming operation, it's literally 50% like to dislike ratio because straight up, people aren't happy with the game and they're shooting themselves in the foot. They make all these bad business decisions, but then you have a wonderful team like the Forge team who have just released multi-team. They released Juggernaut. They're trying to get new maps into matchmaking. So I think it's important to say it's some of 343, not all of 343. Very easy for me to paint a brush and say the whole studio sucks, but we've seen it time and time again. One day it'll be really bad news, one day it's gonna be really good news. It is so damn inconsistent. Frankly, it's exhausting. Is it so hard to just move the franchise in the right direction and keep that track the whole way through? That is why I suggested finishing off the last pieces of content for Halo Infinite, weapons, vehicles, equipment, whatever. Give the people some hope, for God's sake. So many people are stuck in limbo at the moment, unsure of what's happening with the franchise's future. And I can tell you right now, the Halo community literally feels like 343 doesn't care. That's as simple as I can make it. To alter a famous Sergeant Johnson quote, folks need a little hope, Chief. You cannot have these microtransactions and be charging like a wounded bull and expect people to stick around when there's so many other things to play. I'm doing a Titanfall 2 video, Gears of War video, and my Lasso stuff, just a very quick side note, but things cannot keep going the way they are. The last 3 months have been very detrimental to the overall franchise's health. Me, myself, I love playing Halo Infinite. I say that almost every video because it's the truth. I don't want to hear that my favorite developer got fired from the game when he wanted to continue working on it. It comes across like Bungie developers aren't welcome at the studio. And on a very personal level, it really doesn't sit right with me. I'm not being disrespectful, it just seems like the wrong decision. The man bleeds Halo, and if I was at 343, I would have kept him on. That's it, that's all I had to say today. My next video is going to be an absolute banger, something you guys have been asking for over a year. I already know what you're going to say in the comments, but as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and more than that, sticking through the absolute bullshit bullshit that has been happening with Halo the last couple months. Catch you later, guys.